Hey everyone, this is Big Mike, and this is my review of Kengan Ashura. So it's based off of the manga by the same name, and written by Yabuko Sendrovich, follows Tokita Oma, who is hired by the Nogi Corporation to represent them as a fighter. I really like this Netflix original series, or anime that they call it, because Netflix got the rights to the manga, completely to make this anime. It was a really different concept, which I really liked. It followed a group of, rich companies, billionaires, and everything like that, where they would have fighters. They would each hire a fighter, each company, each business would hire a fighter for high stakes combat. So when they would fight in these tournaments, the winning fighter would gain money for the company and also whatever perks they agreed upon. So they would bet on certain things. Like, for example, one of the episodes, our hero, Tokita Oma, he was fighting for the Nogi group, and it was to build a skyscraper in Japan. It was for the rights to build the skyscraper. We're supposed to bring in, tons of money. So it was a very interesting concept. I honestly really like this anime. I mostly like fighting animes, and this one did not disappoint. It was a little reminiscent of Street Fighter, like mixed with a bit of Mortal Kombat maybe. There were some really brutal fights. I can't remember if any fighters actually died or were killed in the ring. I mean, you would see a lot of blood and whatever happened, and then somehow these fighters would like get up. But I mean, it was a really good series. I really like the concept. I'm really hopeful for another season of this show. I think the really good dynamic between the main character being a fighter and basically the supporting character of the older gentleman that the head of the Nogi Corporation gave him like a dummy company so he could also enter the tournament, because they already had a fighter designated to be in this bigger tournament. So their dynamic was really good, because like the first scene of the anime was basically this older gentleman who worked for the Nogi company, or the Nogi group corporation. He saw Tokita Oma fighting some random guy in an alley, and this dude was huge, like a great fighter. And I mean, he's watching this fight and he's like, oh my God, like the smaller fighter has no chance. And he watched Tokita Oma devastate the other fighter, even though he was smaller, just with more power and more skill. So I really like this anime. That was the first time he met him there. They meet again later on in the group. The head of the Nogi group actually like handpicked that old gentleman to say, hey, this is a new fighter we're going to be bringing up, and I want you to kind of just take care of him, like mentor him, take care of him, whatever he needs type thing. So that's how their relationship dynamic started. He's kind of like the comic relief, the older gentleman is, and it was a really good anime, really good fights. It was a little reminiscent of Baki, if you watched Baki on Netflix as well. Honestly, I enjoyed this a little bit more than Baki. To me, Baki at points kind of, would drag a little bit, especially like in part 2 or season 2. It wasn't as action-packed, even though Kengan Ashura doesn't have a season 2 yet, or a part 2 yet. The first part or season was definitely action-packed. The fights were phenomenal. I love what they're doing with these characters here. I haven't read the manga. It makes me actually want to read the manga to see, okay, how far did it go? The manga actually went from 2012 to 2018. And they stopped actually making that manga. I think it was 27 parts to it. But so if this is very successful, which I think it will be on Netflix as a platform, they might even have to come up with more material past the source material. So it'll be very interesting to see, how that goes and everything. And I'm just very excited to see where they're going from this point. I mean, the fights were amazing. I mean, I jumped up out of my seat. I was cheering, like, oh my God! Like, looking at my wife, did you see that? Like, rewinding it. So it's good, like, when you rewind something, I gotta see that again. That's it's really good and it's captivating and it's getting your attention. It's making you want for more. So if you saw Kengan Ashura, drop your comments below. Let me know what you thought. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to hit the bell for notifications for all my latest content. And once again, thanks for watching and see you next time.